Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this particular video, we are gonna discussing about guess what we are gonna discussing. Okay. In this video, we are gonna discussing about the default parameters, default arguments. So basically, this is our third video on function. Okay. So let's discuss. It's not that much. It's a very simple. It's a very easy peasy topic. So default para arguments means we have one. In our previous video, we have discussed about the parameter passing arguments. No, parameter passing techniques in which we have discussed about pass by value, pass by reference, pass by pointer. Okay. In this particular video, we are going to discuss about the default argument in C++. That means which kind of the arguments are there. That is default. Okay. I think as if right now, as if till now, you might be knowing about the major difference between a parameter and argument. You might be knowing about it, right? So I consider that you might be knowing. If you don't know, then yeah, you can go and watch the previous video in which I have discussed these and everything. What the major difference between a parameter and argument? What is the actual and what is the formal parameter? Also, I have explained a very important stuff about the parameter in the previous video. So was the previous video before this? Also, you can watch this video. I mean, there is no such relation between argument and parameter. But yeah, if you're not really interested about the parameter, you can go and watch the previous video and then you can move to this video as well. So yeah, let's get started. So basically, what is default argument in C++? A default argument is a value provided for a parameter. Okay. In a function declaration, this is automatically assigned by the compiler if no value is provided for those parameters is function. Default argument must be present on the right side only. Right side, okay. Once the default argument is provided, all the argument to its right must be also default. It is recommended to specify them in the function declaration using the header. So what we have? This value here. Default argument. In the previous video, if a int a is written, we consider it as a formal parameter. Okay, this was parameter over there, but whenever we initialize with some values, it becomes default arguments. Okay, because in the main function, what happened is we cannot give some sorts of values. We cannot initialize it whenever we call it in the main function, right? So that's why it's called, default. Let me write it also. Default argument. A is equal to 10 is written here, so it's a default argument. Okay. And you cannot initialize any value whenever you wanna, call the value. But where is cursor? Okay. If you don't write any parameters into it, whatever you call, you have this call f is a function name, right? And you know positive value. So it will give you by default which value? The default argument. The value that is called default argument. The parameters in the no, that was not parameter as if right now, but this is a default argument. It will give you the value of default argument. Okay, this is why default arguments make sense. Okay, it's not that much hard. If I put some values here, I'll say this value, so it will give me 34. I think, let's see. Yeah, it will give me 34. Once it will check whether is there any values or not, and the values what are called? This is called arguments. If I put any value, inside f. This becomes argument. Also, this is called the actual value. This is also called the actual value and all good. Both are simple, okay? So it is giving me 34. It first it will check whether it's having any values or not. Then it will give me the 10 value. The 10 is default argument, okay? So this is what default argument works. Whenever you create some function, whenever declare your function throughout the declaring your function, basically this you can initialize some sorts of value from there, and the value is nothing. The value is called a default argument. So that's all about this default argument. I think that makes sense. Also, we can write a lot of default arguments by separating commas, but here we are not writing int a, comma b, comma c, comma d, comma e, comma f, comma g, comma h, comma xyz. So we xyz, okay? No, we have to write down first its data type int a, comma int b, comma int c, comma int d. This is the better way. This is the better idea to do that, to declare a lot of parameters. Okay, to declare a lot of parameters, you basically separate it through using comma. And which sorts of comma is going to work is that you have to write on each variable data type int a, comma int b, comma int c. This is what I'm saying you, right? And rules to follow, default values should be specified in function declaration. The default values for parameter should be specified in the function declaration or prototype. If the function is declared and defined separately, the default must be declaration or definition. I'll explain you, don't worry, I have already explained you what is exactly a function definition. Declaration is that. So the declaration, you can give some default arguments. In the definition, listen. In my previous video, I have told you about the definition, declaration of any variable. So in the declaration of variable, what happened is first we need to write down return type and then function name, and then inside the parentheses we write parameter, okay, and then semicolon. This is what declaration is exists. So in the declaration, we can give some sorts of default arguments. But in the definition, we cannot give. This is what our first rules. This is our first rule in which we are giving some default argument in our declaration of a function, not in definition. Okay, got it? Default arguments cannot be modified. Understood? Modified means you are redeclaring. You are changing the value of A. So that will show some sorts of error that will show and like redeclaration of this, default argument is not possible. So this is not possible. Don't try it anymore. Okay. Default argument must be provided from left to right. Right to left. Right to left. Okay. That means yeah, first is valid. You can write down this default argument must be right to left. Right to left. Okay, not left to right. You got my sense, right? You got this point. This is super duper easy. And then ambiguity is function overloading. I don't know the meaning of this word. Let me search on Google first. Then I can explain it. Okay. Okay, understandable something. Let's understand what is function overloading is. Then we'll wrap up this session. Okay, okay. Yeah, everything is going well. So basically what happened is if a function containing default document is overloaded, we need to make sure it's not running cases compiler, otherwise it will throw an error. So basically this is valid. Int equal this, int b equal this, okay? Will throw error as a signature is same. Signature is same means this whole called is signature, okay? This is a declaration of a function, I know, but this is also called a signature. So whenever you have to write down the same signature again, so make sure you don't, write the different stuff. Like if you write down the ydef, the makes your write int equal 10, int b equal to 20 as it is written in the previous one. Whenever you try to write some different values, it will throw some sorts of error that your function is similar, okay? And your signature, you can use same signature again and again, but make sure to write the same value, not to change your own value, okay? We'll also throw error whenever you try to write down this. This is also quite similar, okay? Because we have already initialized our value, and now you are saying we have only declared, not initialized anymore, okay? That will show some sorts of error also, and this will also throw an error. Yeah, same. Actually, this is false. This is not correctly. This is not correct. Syntax error. Int a comma int b, even if we write down, that will also throw an error. Why? Do you really want to know why? Because int a comma int b, that shows that you have not initialized your value. You have just declared your value, but you have done that before. You have initialized the values earlier. So how did you I mean, how did you write down? No, 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 it's not possible. So that's why it has also throws up some sorts of error as well. Because why is showing error? Because it is a syntax error, dude. So that's why it's showing. Okay. The following example demonstrates the use of the default document in the different use cases. Okay. Okay. So the question is find the area of rectangle with optional length. First tell me the area of rectangle is. First tell me area of rectangle is. So it's a very simple question. Let me discuss about. Okay. So basically we have to write down first header, include R stream, okay? Function with the default height h argument, okay? And write down some function double, calculate area. And the area whatever we need to calculating an area, what we need. Actually, I think some sorts of error going on right now. Let me do something. 1 multiplied with h will return float types of value. Double. No, it is a LH. Area of the length is length multiply height. Okay. So this that will return this value. Okay, because as you know, return type is double. So whatever the output you will get some decimal number values. Okay. And in the main we are calling this function calc area for 5. And what right now 5 does is 5 with initialize in length. Here you have to put the 5. So whenever we don't have, like, if we don't have this value, if we don't have, oh, okay, 1 minute, let me do something, then you can understand clearly, I think. Then I try to run this. Can you get the output? It will store 5 for both, 5 25, and for the second one it will give the same 45. Okay, let me run it, and then you'll get the output. No, I think there are some sorts of error. mm, Area 1. No worry. I'm just thinking to do something. 1 minute. 5 will initialize into the length. Okay. Whenever we multiply 10 to 10, we'll be getting 50. Okay. And same will happen for this one as well. As you have given the actual parameter here, first priority, priority. First priority. First priority for what? Main function, because execution start from main function, not the function that you have created. Execution always start from the main function. So priority also goes to the main function, right? Yeah, I think you got it right now. So that's why it will give you first priority for the main function. Okay. Yeah. First priority for the main function. Okay. Not any other function that I have created before main or after main. Doesn't matter. It doesn't make any sense because execution always start from the main function as well. Okay. So this is what I was saying. That is what I saying. This is called the default. This is called the what? Default argument. Now I was like, oh, how it becomes arguments? 10 is nothing, it's an argument, okay? So that's all in this video. In this particular video, let me quick recap. Let me give a quick recap about this tutorial. This tutorial we have discussed about the default argument. So basically what default argument, whenever we declare any function, inside the parentheses, whatever the arguments we give, not parameter, got it. Whatever argument we will give to the right to left, that is called the default arguments. And also we discuss some of the other stuffs that defaults, you can give, default argument into the declaration during the declaration of a function, not the definition of a function. Okay. Whenever you define any function, you cannot give any default argument inside it. It's not possible to do so, right? And then we'll be discussing about default arguments cannot be modified. You cannot modify. Whenever you try to modify it, it'll throw some sorts of error and it's well. It will so okay, redeclaration is not possible. Okay, you cannot do so. So that's why I have already, and then we'll discuss about the okay right to left, and whenever you try to write down your own default variable left to right, it'll throw some sorts of error. It is not syntactically correct that you are trying to do so. Okay. And then we discuss ambiguity in the function overloading. What is valid, what is invalid, what sorts of you know statement will throw sorts of error. So I have already discussed about this also. And then we'll find out the area of rectangle, that is length into height. Okay. And in this question we also discuss about how actually a formal default argument can be worked. So that's all in this video. Hope you like it. Hope you enjoy the session. We'll be discussing a lot about in the next video. Okay, I'll also give you the topic. No, not any topic. So in the later on video, in the next video, we'll be most discussing about the recursion. I'm not exactly sure. According to playlist, I'm following the playlist according to the next stuff we'll be discussing soon. I think that would be the recursion. If it is not, then it's okay also. So that's all in this video. Hope you liked the video. Consider to like, subscribe on the video, and also share with your friends, family members, and more people. And also, thanks for watching till the end. That's all in this video. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.